What up, QC crew? King Day is in the mother building.
She said she my eye, but I don't know her. Had to look her up. I've been on these necks so long, sometimes I fucking stuck.
Warning. Everything said in this video and on this platform is strictly my opinion and all alleged. Here, we speak about hot topics on YouTube and other social media platforms for entertainment and conversational purposes only. Viewer discretion is advised. What it do? It is your homie King Day here in King's Corner, and I am back with another reaction video for you. So look, a couple weeks ago, a video went viral of a teacher on live allowing his students to take his hair down in the classroom. People had some big issues about it. They had some concerns about it, and everybody is trolling. Some people for him, some people against him. All in all, a couple days go by. The teacher's explaining himself and kind of letting everybody know that administration is cool with the situation. These kids' parents are cool with the situation. No one was harmed while on live or while they were taking his hair down or anything like that. So he don't know what people tripping about. And then boom, teacher gets fired from this viral video that got out of hand. All right. So look, we're going to get straight into it. I ain't going to hold you. I never do. If you with me like I fuck with you, you know what to do. Hit that subscribe button, like, comment, share. We're gonna get straight into this video. Let's get it. Let go.
Let's go ahead and stir the pot a little, shall we? Last Friday, 10 minutes before dismissal time, I decided to live stream my students helping me take my hair out. There was quite the discourse in the chat, which had people saying this was inappropriate and other people saying this was completely fine. There was nothing wrong with what I was doing, and people were just making it weird. So of course I had to bring this issue to the big stage. I would like to represent myself in this case, Your Honor, if I may. Number one, for a little context, I had a hair appointment immediately after school and I needed my hair taken out beforehand. I would have taken it out the night before, but that Friday we had a camera crew coming in to shoot a promotional video and I was one of the ones being interviewed. So I had to look presentable, so I didn't take my hair out. I didn't have the time to do it all myself because it would have taken me forever. So naturally I asked about 4 or 5 of my over 100 best friends to assist me in taking my hair out, and they all agreed. Number two, this was at the end of class. This week we were doing STEM fair presentations. Since it was Friday and all of my students did an excellent job on their STEM fair projects and presentations, I told them if we get one solid presentation in this class, I'll end class a little early and they can have fun and play basketball, darts, or be on their phones or whatever. And during that time, my team would help me take my hair out. A couple of these were students from my class, but others were students from other classes. I wrote all of them a pass at the beginning of the class period, requesting their assistance 10 minutes before dismissal. I told the teachers only send them if all of their work was completed and they had good behavior. They all met the criteria, so 10 minutes before dismissal, they showed up for their job. My next point I'd like to make is, if I was a female teacher, those people wouldn't be in the comments saying, "Oh, this is weird, this is inappropriate." Because me personally, I don't think there's anything weird about this. People are saying, "Oh, that's too intimate." To me, it's literally just hair. It doesn't have to be weird. Some people have never had cool teachers, and it shows. I personally believe that building authentic relationships with students is paramount in being an effective teacher. I make sure my students know and can feel that I care about them beyond the schoolwork and all the stuff that I have to make them do. I take the time to get to know my students outside of academics, because caring for the whole child is what's important. Some of these students have been with me since I was a substitute 4 years ago. They see me as a big brother or a father figure, as some of them say. And me, I don't want kids of my own, so all of these kids are literally my children. And in case you're wondering about their parents, most of them follow me on social media and always talk about my videos with their kids. They always tell me that they're so grateful that their kids have someone like me in their life. In my admin, they're well aware of my social media presence and they love my videos. To me, this is just another wholesome moment that I'm having with my kids that I was fortunate enough to catch on film. Since I'm a science teacher, one thing that I teach my students about is symbiosis. Symbiosis deals with the relationships between organisms. The type of relationship that I like to foster in my class is mutualism, or mutualistic relationship, which means both organisms benefit from the exchange. So when my students have good behavior, complete all their assignments, and do everything that a scholar is supposed to do, I reward them with downtime and just time to just be a kid, be on their phones, play games, gossip, so on and so forth. My students and I work hard and we play harder. I'm fortunate enough to have students that feel safe and comfortable around me, safe to come to me with their problems, their frustrations. They come to me seeking guidance and wisdom, or come to me simply to chill and hang out because they know that they have a safe space to be themselves around me. What I strive to do as an educator is be the teacher I wish I had grown up. I strive to be the teacher that makes my inner child happy, someone that my inner child will be proud of. I want to be the teacher that my students reflect back on 20, 30 years down the line and think like, dang, that teacher I had in middle school, he was the shit. No further questions, Your Honor. So let me know your thoughts in the comments. You think this was inappropriate or people are making something out of nothing? And although you are entitled to your opinion, all I ask is that you be respectful. Thank you.
So starting off, what y'all think about it? How y'all feeling? Before I get the blabbering on, I want to know how y'all feel. Drop that down in the comment section on how y'all feel about this situation. If this was your daughter, all right, if you ain't got no kids, if this was your sibling, you ain't got no sibling, if this was your niece, you ain't got no niece, hypothetically speaking, if you had someone in middle school, so what are they? I was 13 in middle school, 8th grade, I was 13. So 12, 13, they may be in 7th, 8th grade, 12, 13-year-old girl, you know, that means something to you in your life. And you've seen a video of her taking down this teacher's hair. What would you think? How would you feel? What's tea? Let me know in the comment section. The way I feel about this video today, and this is only my second time watching it. I watched it when it first came out and I said, oh, this is going to be something good to bring to King's Corner, but I wanted the story to develop a little bit more. And I'm glad I didn't just hop on it back then because so much has happened and we can sum it up in one video. So I've only watched this video one time. Well, this is the second time, 2 times. And I feel about it today the same way I felt about it 2.5 weeks ago. Me personally, I don't see anything wrong with it. Hear me out. Listen to me. For one, the teacher said that there was nothing, and I'm gonna go ahead and play this in the background, and you know, it's gonna be on silent, but I'm gonna go ahead and play it in the background so I can kind of feel what I'm saying as I'm saying it, you know? For one, the teacher says there was no assignments. There was nothing for the children to be doing right now except for chilling, gossiping, watching videos on their phone, playing games on their phone, whatever the case may be. Everybody was in their own little zone. They had been testing, I don't know, for a couple days or a week or that day or whatever the case may be. They had been testing and he wanted to give the kids a time to, you know, kind of wind down, get their mind off of everything that's been going on. There's nothing more to teach. We just got done testing, right? That's one. 2, as he mentioned in his video, if he was a woman, if this was a woman teacher and the students was taking down her hair, braiding her hair, putting her hair in ponytails, no one would have an issue with it. No one. Even if it was a woman teacher and a bunch of little boys taking her hair down or doing her hair, no one would have an issue with that. No one. And I feel like that's pretty fucked up, right? 3, if you watch the video again, you will see this teacher either keeps something in his hand, fruit. I think he had a pet in his hand at one point. He was on his laptop at one point. He had an extension cord in his hand at one point. And when his hands were not occupied with the object in them, they were crossed on his lap. I don't see this teacher trying to get a little elbow rub in. I don't see him trying to reach behind and reach over and reach and touch. And I don't see him looking, you know, googly-eyed. And I damn sure don't see these little girls looking googly-eyed while playing in his hair. Look, they have him. He looks silly. If I'm being honest, this teacher looks silly as they're playing his hair, putting random ponytails in it. It looked like it hurt. In some parts of the video, he kind of like, ooh, whatever, but he's keeping his hands to himself. And for people to take these girls helping him with his hair as a sexual act, it's weird. It's weird. I don't see anything sexual or sensual going on in this video. I don't see anything wrong with the action of these girls taking down this teacher's hair. So those who disagree are probably looking at the screen and saying, King, you don't find nothing wrong with that? No. Is it unprofessional? Yes. It's unprofessional for him to walk into the school one way and walk out like that. That's unprofessional in my opinion. It's unprofessional to be asking anyone to be doing anything to your head, you know, while at school. In my opinion, it's unprofessional. But to just be like, that's so wrong. That's so wrong. I don't see anything wrong with the action. No one was like putting oils in his head and massaging his head and his eyes rolling back and they're massaging his shoulders. And he's like, oh yeah, I'm pretending I'm at the spa, guys. Like, There's none of that. They're done with his hair. He got 2 crazy looking ass ponytails in his head. And that's it. They took the braids down and put his hair in ponytails. Now, of course, we don't know what was said in the live because we don't have that live footage. But the fact that the teacher even went live while they were doing this was even better. It's not just the video. He didn't just create this video and chop it up and then post it. No, he went live so administration can see what's going on. These parents, he said some of the parents follow him. They can see what's going on. And if anyone had an issue with it, they could have came and said something the moment the live was over. Or maybe a day, maybe 2 days later. But see, this thing went viral and it blew up. It blew up and it cost him his job. So as time goes on, okay, and this happened really quick. He got fired really quick. So it really was a couple days in between the live and him actually getting fired. People are like sending him all types of comments under the video we just reacted to. And he's replying to comments. This one specifically stood out to me. I want y'all to take a listen to what he had to say.
No way you're still embarrassing yourself online. I'm gonna make you look foolish for a second time. You bet your ass I let my students paint my nails before. The student that you see in this video has goals and aspirations to be a nail tech. Not only does she do nails, she does hair, makeup, she's a dancer, super intelligent. She's pretty much a jack of all trades. Since that's the homie, she came up and saw my nails looking a little rough and she decided she wanted to give me a fresh, clear coat. And just to add this in there, right before this video, my students took a standardized, like one of those state tests. And typically after state testing, I let the students chill because who the hell wants to do work after, all morning sitting at a desk taking a test? Not only was this moment captured during our downtime, because I'm not just like, hey, we're not going to learn science today. I actually have to get my nails done, so all you just watch me, because, that would be dumb. Her guardians are well aware of this. Her mom literally watches my videos all the time. Not only does she love my content, but she signed a media release form for her daughter so she can be in my videos. Y'all men are literally telling on yourselves in the comments. Why are y'all projecting your weird ass energy? Just cause you're messed up in the head doesn't mean everyone else is. This is a future nail tech right here. So if she sees my hands looking rough and want to give me a fresh top coat, I'm gonna let her do her thing every flipping time. If you know middle school girls, I wouldn't even just say middle school, I'd say high school too. If you know middle school and high school girls, you know that they're all hairstylists, makeup artists, so on and so forth. A lot of them actually do hair for money on the side. So if I need my hair taken out and my school's hairstylists are willing to do it, I'm gonna let them do their thing every single time. It's not like they were held at gunpoint and forced to do this. They wanted to help me. It's not like we were alone in the classroom and I was getting my feet rubbed while I was getting my hair taken out by minors. We're in a room full of students with a camera pointed directly at us, protecting not only myself, but my students as well. I support my students in everything they do, whether it's hair, nails, art, or staying late after school because my students wanted to work on their soccer skills because one day they're going to be playing in the league. We got to stop projecting our own insecurities and weird ways of thinking onto other people who are doing nothing but positive things in the world. Of all the screwed up things going on in the world today, you're coming at a teacher who's doing nothing but impacting the lives of the youth, doing nothing but making these kids excited to come to school every day. You literally have teachers out here that are struggling to get their students into the building, let alone their class. I literally have to kick kids out of my classroom. Literally at the end of the day, I have to kick them out of my class because they don't want to leave. All throughout the day while I'm teaching a class, I got students coming from other classes trying to be in my room. Find something better and more productive to do with your time. Judging from the fact that you made a fool out of yourself several times in the comment section leads me to believe that you still got a lot of unpacking to do. So you should probably go sit on someone's couch, or even, like we're doing in this video, go touch some grass. Probably do you some good. Take care.
So even there, right? The guys in the comments like, oh, my daughter couldn't touch another man, or my daughter couldn't. And I get that, okay? But if you look, even when he's getting his nails painted, he's not trying to grip her hands and she's not trying to grip his hands. She's simply painting a nail one finger at a time. I don't see how people are making this a sexual thing. That's my honest opinion about it. I don't see how people are making this sexual. Is it unprofessional? Yes. And I understand you want to give your kids a break and, all of this stuff, and you want them to kind of have some time to just woosah, and they've been looking at papers and Scantrons and all this stuff all day. So you want to give them some time to just kind of woo-side. Should they be taking down your hair? Probably not. Should they be painting your nails? Probably not if it's not a cosmetology class. It's not professional. It's not being done in a professional setting, but there's nothing sexual going on here from what I can see. Let's clear that up. From what I can see, there's nothing sexual going on here. I think what the problem is, there is probably, first of all, the parents and the adults that are commenting under these TikToks have not been in school probably 15, 20 years. Things have changed. And shoot, probably beyond 15 because I've been out of school for 11. I've been out of school for 11 years, and I'm sure things have changed since I've been out, right? But even when I was in school, middle school and high school, we had those teachers, a couple of them, not too many, that let us paint their nails, take their hair down, do their hair. Or if they don't have a specific style, just say their hair is just down, you know, not our African-American teachers, but some of the other nationalities, you know, they just wear their hair down. So students will be putting their hair in like 2 braids sometimes, you know, or twisting it up. I remember when the fishtail braid came out, that fishtail braid was fire. I have witnessed teachers allowing their students to put their hair in a ponytail and give them a long fishtail braid in class, during lunch, wherever. But it was at school. It wasn't in the after school program. It wasn't in the cosmetology class. It was at school. Did I see anything sexual going on? Something inappropriate going on? No. Was it unprofessional? Yes. And see, with social media these days, like he said, the students' parents had to sign like a media form to allow him or maybe the school in general to post their child on social media. Yes, social media was a thing when I was in school, but it wasn't as big. Nowadays, you have high schools and middle schools creating ads. This is why you need to come to this school. We have a whole ad. We have a whole YouTube page. We have a whole Facebook page. School wasn't like that. So with what's going on now, everything is just about on the internet. So these parents are signing waivers saying like, yeah, my daughter could be on your little social media page. I don't care, you know, whatever. So he has the consent from the parents for their child to paint nails or do hair or do a promo video or be the voice on a project or whatever the case it may be the face on a project, whatever. So he has permission. Is it unprofessional? Yes. But do I truly see something wrong with it? No. Some of these people don't have father figures at home. Some of these people don't have mother figures at home. Some of these people don't have anyone at home. You never know the impact that he is making on these children by allowing them to do small stuff like take braids out or paint nails. As long as he's not saying, y'all get up and come take my hair down, like I said, he's not forcing anybody to do anything. I don't see where y'all get that this is sexual. Every man is not a predator, okay? And just because a man would say he's not a predator doesn't make him not a predator. Let's say that. Let's clear that up too. But every man is not out to do something wrong. Every man does not have an ill intention. Every woman, I got to put woman on there too, because some people like to keep women separate. These bitches ain't exempt. Men be out here doing crazy stuff and be having the weirdest motives, but women do too. Let's keep it a buck. Let's keep it a buck. But my point is, if this girl grows up to be a nail tech, you never know. This interaction she's having with her teacher may forever live in her heart. She may be somewhere telling her kids or her clients, I remember, you know, my dad, and I'm not saying this is her case, but hypothetically speaking, you know, I didn't have a male figure around and I was always doing girls' nails with designs and stuff. And I never had a guy who would allow me to do their nails, but my science teacher in middle school, he let me paint his nails whenever I wanted to. He let me practice on him whenever I wanted to. Like, as long as my work and stuff was done, he was cool with me giving him a nice, clear set. And I'll never forget that. I thank him for that. That's why I'm so good at polishing now. I may not be good at dip powder, but I'm good at polishing. You know what I'm saying? Like, as he stated, every girl in middle school, especially nowadays, from what I see, middle school and high school, oh, baby, they do the makeup, they do the lashes, they do the hair, they do the nails. They do it all. What you want to be when you grow up? I want to be a nail tech. I want to be an esthetician. I want to do hair. This school may not offer cosmetology. This may be the closest practice that they ever gonna get until it's time for them to come up out their pocket on it. They high school may not offer cosmetology. They mama probably don't let them play in her hair. They daddy probably don't have no hair. They may or may not have siblings, but whatever the case may be, this teacher is leaving a positive impact on these students. And from him allowing these students to take down his hair, it cost him his job. So in this teacher's video, he started off by saying, let's stir the pot, right? I'm sure y'all all heard that at the beginning. And people were like, oh, look at where you are now, talking about let's stir the pot. Look at where it landed you. Look at this, look at that. And he had a response. It's a very quick one. This one isn't as long as the other ones. Let's check out what he had to say. Okay. And listen to him. Listen to what is. This is only 1:47. Please listen and listen closely to what he had to say about this.
Because in the beginning of the video, I said, let's stir the pot, shall we? Something I say quite often, but yeah, I put it there because it was appropriate. I'm going to explain a little bit about what I meant by stir the pot. I fight against societal norms. I am for non-traditional teaching. I'm for unconventional methods. I'm for creativity. I'm for innovation, as long as it is to positively impact people, especially as teachers, because in my experience, it works. And I have teachers that teach the traditional way that have been in the profession for several decades asking me, a person who's only been in here for roughly 5 years, how do I build these relationships with my students? How do I build these bonds with the parents? How do I get the support of admin? How are the kids engaged in your class? How do they keep learning? How are they excited to be there? Why are they asking me these questions? Because the proof is in the pudding. So I've now been given a platform that I can really speak out on the things that I believe in. And unconventional, non-traditional approaches to teaching is one of them. And I knew some people would view this and be like, oh my gosh, this is what education needs. It takes a village. This is love. This is bond. This is beautiful to see. But you're going to have people like, oh, not in the workplace. Oh, he's super. Why are they so comfortable with him? Blah, blah, blah. Like, I have to just be this robot teacher with no personality that's unrelatable. That's not the case. And students will tell you themselves they hate teachers like that. I've literally been seeing comments like that, not only from current students in like middle school or high school, but I'm seeing people in college like, oh, or even as adults my age, I'm 27. People are saying like, and I can attest to this, I learned more and was more engaged with the teachers who who made me feel seen and heard and like I mattered, and who had a non-traditional approach to their teaching.
And seriously, that's true. I had a teacher. What class was that? I don't even know what class. It was science. It's my science class, right? Didn't care for science. Was not that interested in science. But this teacher, this specific teacher, she made me feel so heard, seen, cared for, loved, right? That became my favorite subject. And he's a science teacher. That's crazy. That became my favorite subject for that year. Because guess what? Once I left her class and went to the next grade and got with this other teacher, first of all, there was a language barrier there with the other teacher. But anyway, when I got with this other teacher, her shit went in one ear and out the other. She had no special way of teaching. She had nothing unique about herself. It was just like, open your book, read this page. I'm going to read this, or I'm going to say this. I'm going to put this on a board. You're going to copy that. And whatever I didn't explain, figure it out. Guess what grade I got in that class? I won't say, but it wasn't good. Okay. And this other teacher, no, we didn't play in her hair or do her nails. You know, everything about the class was work. But the way she taught, the way she let her students know it's okay to ask a question. And if you don't understand it, keep asking the question until I figure out a way to get you to understand it. Didn't belittle no one in the class. Didn't make no one feel dumb in the class. She showed she cared when you slack off a little bit or you're not coming to class or something. She pull you to the side after class and say, what's going on? I had never had an actual personal conversation with that teacher. But throughout that year, I started to slip off and she noticed it. And I was so comfortable, even never having a personal conversation with her. I was so comfortable with the way she taught, the way she made me feel in class, that I shared with her a very deep secret. And she pointed me, in the right direction to get help with that issue. She provided me with resources. But I wouldn't have never shared that with any of my other teachers in that specific school year. It seemed like every year I had that one teacher, every year. I didn't have just every teacher was great throughout high school. It was always that one teacher every year. So other teachers in the way they act, other teachers in the way they teach, some people just come straight by the book, straight this, straight that, and there's no connection. So people asking, why are these kids so comfortable with you to take your hair down? it probably has nothing to even do with hair. The way he approached the students, the way he speak to them, speak life into them. He's probably making these kids feel seen, heard, loved, wanted. And all he doing is up there talking about science. But it's the way he interacts with them. It's possibly the way he lets them know it's okay if you get this wrong, or it's okay if you fail at this, or it's okay, you just get yourself back up. Maybe his pep talks. I mean, we don't know what it is. I'm not in his classroom and I didn't follow him prior to the situation. So I don't really know his teaching methods, but there's something about this teacher that is giving these kids hope, that's making these kids relax, that's making these kids want to go to this class. And I think it's deeper than just taking down some damn hair. Now, this is a bit of a longer video. He is reading messages from his students. This is right after he got fired. I guess he didn't come to class for a day or two or something like that. And the students started to reach out because they was like, hey, something ain't right. Something is weird. Something is wrong. So they reached out to him, and he is just going to be reading a couple of their messages. We're not going to watch this whole video because it is 6 minutes. But I will leave his TikTok link down below. So if you want to check out his TikTok, you can go watch, the full video.
Amidst all the controversy that has come from this video that I posted, I wanted to come on here and read some of the messages that my students are sending me during some of the messages that they've been sending me during this time. Hey bestie, I really hope that you see this message. How are you? I hope that you're okay. Our class misses you so much, and we really want you to know that we love you and we miss you so much and can't wait for you to come back. I can't believe that taking somebody's hair out is such a big deal, and it makes me so mad that people make little things big things. I want you to know that the class and others got your back, and we will always stand behind you and out for you no matter what happens. We got you. Again, we miss you and we love you so much and can't wait for you to come back. I wish that this never happened because it feels like we're losing you. Come back soon. Don't be gone too long, because if you're not back by Monday, I know something's up. But anyways, I also made sure that the classroom was clean before we left. Love you, missed you. Love you, miss you. See you later. Hi, Mr. White. We've been seeing all this stuff going on, and so has your other former students, and I just want you to know that we're standing with you. I'm literally in my junior year of high school right now, and seeing all this, you were my and many others' favorite teacher.
All right, so from that video, people started to make other videos about the situation. They felt that was totally weird. Why are these kids texting you? And he clears that up, so I won't spoil it if you haven't seen it. Why are kids texting you? Why are they calling you bestie? Why are they this? Why are they that? And of course, he had a reaction to it. So let's check it out. Y'all let me know what y'all think so far. I know I had y'all commenting, but I'm going to need y'all to go back. When I see every comment on here, I need to see edited next to it, because I'm going to need you, as we are going through this video, I need you to be updating your comment. Like all them times y'all be sending them paragraphs worth of shit, the message be this thick. I need them thick messages today, because I really want to have a conversation about it. I really want to know some other viewpoints. If you agree or disagree, I'm not here to say if you don't agree with me, then get on. No, I want to know you guys' viewpoints, especially parents or older siblings, someone who has a kid, a child around the age of these girls. How y'all feel about it? What would y'all say? What would y'all do? But this is one response to the video of the teacher reading messages from his students.
Are you, as a grown adult, saying a child is your best friend? Like a friend? A friend, a bestie, a best friend. A friend is a peer. He friends with children. Why do you want children to call you their friend? Woo!
I feel like this was a shot at me, and if it's not, I do apologize, but something's telling me that it is, so I have to address it. The weird twist that everyone is trying to put on this, or some people are trying to put on this, is so annoying, but we're going to address it here. First off, I want to start by saying, if you have not been a teacher in the public school system in an urban community in the last few years, the last 3 years or so, respectfully, you have no grounds to speak on the methods that I employ in my classroom with my students to engage them and enhance learning. You don't know what these kids need. You're not experiencing firsthand the effects that COVID had on the youth and education. You're not seeing that. These kids don't give a damn about school.
Facts.
They don't give a damn about the stuff that they're learning. They don't see the relevance in the things that they're learning. So me as a teacher, I can't just stop teaching the curriculum. I have to still teach. But what I do is make it as engaging as I possibly can. If that means me doing something as simple as using the students' contemporary vernacular to build rapport and enhance connections and to build trust and respect and to have a culturally relevant classroom, I'm going to do exactly that. When I say bestie or best friend, no, we're not talking about an adult best friend or an adult friend. Do we need to pull out a dictionary and search for the word friend? I have a friendly spirit. I truly believe that friendship is essential to the soul. So I am a friend to all, even animals. I am a friend to the planet. You see what I'm getting at? This weird spin that we're putting on things? Why are we doing that? Why are we attacking our own? I thought you were against that. Why are you attacking your own, especially someone doing something positive? I don't know. The harsh reality of education today is that if the students don't like you, they're not going to learn from you.
Period.
They're not going to be engaged with anything that you do.
Facts.
Think about you as an adult. I know me personally, if I don't like someone, I'm not going to be receptive to anything that they say. I'm not going to want to listen to them. So why would the kids want to listen to someone that they don't like? So if I can do something as small as say, oh, what's up, bestie? Or, hey, miss girl. Or, oh, what's up, bruh? What's up, bro? What's up, gang? Oh, what's up, phonem? Or whatever they say. If I can do something as simple as that to engage my students, I'm going to do that every time. And I tell you what, it works. You'd know that if you were in the classroom. You'd know that. You also wouldn't think anything weird about it if you were actually in the classroom today. But you're not. So, yeah. Let's stop making things weird and let's stop tearing down black men that actually are doing good for, the world. You do a great job attacking men that ain't shit, but I ain't one of them. I've done some ain't shit things in the past, but I'm a better person and I care. I care for people. I care about the youth, and I wouldn't do anything to harm the youth or take advantage of them anyway. And just because I say bestie or gang or bro or bruh, the power dynamic is still there. They still are very well aware that I'm their teacher. They still know that. They still respect that. So there's that. Take care.
So that's 1,000% true, right? These teachers are asking this man, how do you keep these kids engaged? How do you keep these kids wanting to come to your class? How do you build these connections with the kids and their parents? And it isn't all in calling bestie, phonem, folks. No, it ain't all in that. But as he mentioned, it's a small piece. It's a small piece of it. That little bit of, oh, what up, bro? To a student who don't give a damn about school, who grades the shit. Everybody else, Mr. Johnson, all with the deep voice and all of that. And you need to get in class. And why are you in the hallway? This teacher approached him. Hey, bro, what's up? Why you in the class, bro? What's going on? He gonna lower his guard and be like, okay, hold on. Maybe I could talk to him. It's a cool teacher. I understand he's my teacher. I can't disrespect him. But the way he approached me was different from everybody else. It was different from old dude, 50, 60 years old, walk around with his chest out and want to be so intimidating. These kids cut up now. They don't care about you sticking your chest out and talking with a deep voice and saying what you would have did and saying what my mama need to do to me. No, I ain't going to your class. No, I ain't listening to you. No, I don't care about what you got going on. And he come and approach me. Hey, bro, come here. Let me talk to you, bro. And even though the student might still be with the rah-rah, what, man? What now, man? He's like, hey, bro, chill. Like, what's going on? Before you know it, yes, you have built a connection with this student and all the teachers on the hallway trying to figure out how the hell you got that student paying attention in your class. How do you have this student walking into school with a project? I can't even get him to come in my class and just sit down without acting a fool. It's your approach. It's the connection. And I'm just going to say it again. There's nothing sexual about that either. Now, yes, of course, if you have a student, I know that that's in some people's vocabulary because I've been hearing it for the past maybe 3 years, babe. Like girls be like, oh yeah, babe. babe. And they say it to their friends that are girls, their friends that are males. They say it, to everybody. If a student is saying words like babe, baby, sexy, daddy, things like that, that's inappropriate, unprofessional, and that is when this teacher should step in and say, that's something we're not going to say. That's something we're not going to do. But bestie, friend, homie, bro, sis, I don't, like he said, I have not even been in anyone's classroom. I'm not an educator, but I see how kids move. I see how kids speak. I see how kids act, how they talk on a daily basis. Grocery store, social media, relatives. And it's a tad bit different from what I'm used to. But these teachers, I didn't have too many teachers that looked like him. That was his age. Teachers was old, outdated, and always want to talk about what somebody mama need to do to them when they get home. Always talking about back in they day. Don't nobody want to hear that shit. I didn't want to hear it, so I know those coming behind me don't. But if you meet the child where they are, you will gain a whole nother level of respect with children and teenagers. Just meeting them where they are. You come doing all this all the time, they not going to respect you. They're not going to listen to you. They're not going to think of you as a good influence in their life. Nobody want to hear all that. Meet the students where they are and teach them better. Allow them to be and express themselves and teach them to be better. That's the person they're going to listen to. The one that meets them halfway, that's who they're going to listen to. They don't want to hear, I'm back in my, no, nobody want to hear that. A simple word like bestie. How y'all feel about it? Let me know. I want to know.
Light always triumphs over darkness. And I'm standing on that. Where were we at? I was reading the emails from my students. They weren't text messages I don't give out my personal phone number. I've never done that. In my time as a substitute, in my time as a teacher, all my time working with students, I've never given out my personal number. Me personally, I don't find it the most appropriate thing. Now everyone's different. Just me personally, my personal preference, I don't give out my personal number. Because I have no reason to. If you want to contact me, hit up Class Dojo or hit up an email. I'll get to you one way or another, but you don't need my personal number. And I never had my teacher's personal number growing up. Only time I had a teacher's number was when I went to high school. They were my wrestling coaches. I had my wrestling coach's number. That's on the sports. That's a little different to me.
In my opinion, it's not. And I'm going to say this real quick. I know I ain't paused him the whole time, but when it comes to a child having a teacher number, a coach, in my opinion, is still a teacher. You teaching me how to do something, you my coach, you my teacher. If you want to get in contact with a child, or you want to check up on a child, you want to figure out anything with the child, coach, teacher, counselor, I don't care who you are, contact that parent. When that child goes to college, that's when things change. If you have a coach, it ain't no parent. What we got to talk to your parent about? You grown now, Bookie. But should no coach, should no director, should no teacher have a student number?
To me.
Period.
But yeah, I had my wrestling coach number in high school. And I think when I was in college, most college professors included their cell phone number in the syllabus. But then at that point, you're adults. But me personally, I don't give out my personal number to students because I think that's inappropriate. For me, no shade or no shame to anyone else that does it. That's on you. But me personally, it is not for me because what do they need it for?
Literally. And that's his YouTube. So I don't even have to link that. Y'all will see that right there. If you guys want to check out like these full podcasts that he's been putting on, that's his YouTube. But we're going to wrap this up. I just got a couple of more things to say in closing. Parents and adults made such a big deal about this man allowing his students to take out his hair. These are the same parents and adults who allow these coaches to take their kids home. And these coaches to pick their kids up for practice. And these coaches to check in with teachers and make sure homework and grades is being done. Right? Since we're talking about coaches, since he brung that up, I want to speak on that. These parents expect teachers and coaches to do their damn job. Yet it's an issue for them to be taking out his hair, but see no issue in a coach picking their kid up for school and dropping them off at home. How fucking sway. See, one thing for sure, two things for certain. Parents who do not do their job at home love to be the first ones to speak about something, love to be the first ones to disagree with something and find something so wrong and so terrible with the situation. Parents who shove tablets and cell phones in their children's face the moment they get home, ask if they have homework. The child says yes, they have homework, but they ask, don't check the homework before they go to bed. Always have something to say or find something wrong with something. In my opinion, this man is innocent until proven guilty. This has been going on long enough for someone to come up and speak out about something. But you see, I won't judge that, because if something has happened or something is happening between him and a student, she may not feel comfortable or he may not feel comfortable speaking. But like I said, in my opinion, this man is innocent until proven guilty. I still personally see nothing wrong with these girls taking out his hair. Why? Because we did it in school. Teachers allowed us to play in their hair. Teachers allowed us to do fake tattoos on their skin. Teachers allowed us to do their makeup and their nails. I was one of those students. And the teacher wasn't creepy. The teacher didn't turn out to be a pedophile. At the same time, the teacher made us as students comfortable. Again, made us felt heard, seen, and loved and appreciated and talented and smart. Things that the traditional teaching ass teachers that did a whole bunch of yapping didn't do for us. And there's so many people saying, oh, this is so wrong. This is so sexual. When I was in high school on the dance team, our band director was having sexual relations with particular girls on the cheerleading team and the dancing team. Our band director was so intimidating to me. He didn't make anything comfortable. He didn't make anything chill. In my opinion, he didn't make nobody feel smart and loved and heard and seen. That man probably was 2 feet shorter than me, and I was intimidated. His face just gave, I'm serious. I'm serious about my business. I'm serious about my job. I'm serious about my life. I did feel protected around him in the sense of he's so masculine. I feel like he would beat somebody up behind, his students. I felt like he would defend and protect us if we were in danger. That's the type of protected I felt. But as I got closer with some of the teammates, as I started hearing stories about other things, and as I actually witnessed someone who was close to the band director, right? He was a security guard at the school and he worked with the band too. I witnessed him literally asking for from someone. And I said, oh, so both of them do that? Both of them are messing with girls? Girls. 15, 16 girls, little girls, fully grown men, some of them with families. My mind was blown. I distanced myself. These girls were willingly, openly to the teammates, messing with the band director and security guard in high school. And these are 2 men, baby, they be 6 feet, back up, don't get close, one of them type of, thinking about it, they probably were guilty for what they were doing. They didn't want anyone to assume anything, because then a case may start. Some things may become revealed and they may actually get in trouble, but that band director did. Taking a student home from a game from another school, by the way, and that girl mother found out that they were having sexual relations. They were sending pictures, they had text messages. Oh, it was just a full-blown relationship. All because parents trust teachers and coaches to do their job by picking their kids up and taking their kids home, because that's coach, that's director, that's teacher. Y'all gotta chill. Y'all have to chill. This man is on live showing the world the interaction, showing these girls taking his hair out, the conversations that they are having. He's showing that he cared for the students. He's building bonds with the students. You should have a bond with your teacher. Again, and I stand on it, I don't see anything wrong with these students taking his hair out or painting his nail. Is it professional? No. It's inappropriate for teachers to have their students' number, to be picking or dropping their students up from school, to be doing the job of a parent. That's unacceptable, in my opinion. Y'all make sure that you guys are out here teaching your kids. Learning does not just come from school. It starts at home. And for the parents that think that this is inappropriate or unacceptable, I hope you're teaching your kids that is something that you do not agree with, and that is a boundary that you do not want your kids to cross. And if a teacher does say, hey, anyone want to take my hair out? Your child is not raising their head. And even though they want to really, really deep inside, they're not putting themselves in positions to make you uncomfortable, because you have taught them that in your opinion, it is not okay, nor is it right. Some people just don't know what's right or what's wrong. Don't leave it up to people on the outside to raise your children. Don't leave it up to iPhones and tablets to raise your children. Stop pushing that shit in their face and expecting them to automatically know what you feel is right or what you feel is wrong or what you think is appropriate for them to be doing or what's not appropriate for them to be doing when you're not teaching them shit. I want to know how y'all feel about it in the comments. We touched on it way more than just hair, but this man letting his students take his hair out got him fired. Was that fair?
Doing shots, that's how I know I got a trigger. I don't speak dog. I don't care what no bitch say. I stay on her mind. I got condos in that shade.